stuff here, right? 2025, first day. And we are still here. You can guess it right, we're working on the rear bumper. So right now I just checked everything with the laser to catch my exactly middle point of the whole car, basically the rear. And from that point I can measure exactly same distance. For example, same distance to one end to another end and so on. So I'm gonna start making like the actual size and shape, basically make complete like the whole diffuser, the fins, and basically gonna finishing up this whole rear bumper. Unfortunately, as I mentioned on previous episode, if you watched, nobody is working today. So, and I only have like maybe half a canister of spray foam. So we'll see. I won't, how I'm gonna use it, but it's gonna be tough. So I don't know how long it's going to be like this episode, but let's go and try to trim and measure everything out. As you can see, my diffuser flaps is basically pretty much straight. Still need to sand it a bit to make it smooth. Further away, I'm probably gonna just sand it to make it straight. So we'll see in the future, maybe it's gonna bend or crook, but that is not a big deal. We can just simply like drag some kind of stick or something, just glued like to be normal and straight as possible. And then later on we can just put the glass fibers and put everything like with the epoxy. Probably gonna do these side two ones over here and here, and from there I think we're gonna finish with the flaps probably. Still gonna pre-cut some corners for these to make even. And yeah, probably gonna put the laser on the ground and make this frame completely the size I want, this top layer straight as possible to make even as possible the whole frame. And later on I'm gonna remove the exhaust. I'm gonna start working around the exhaust from like inside the groove to carve everything out. And yeah, so let's go. Alright, so the exhaust was removed from underneath successfully, and right now I have a really nice clearance all the way around the exhaust where it was like sitting. And now I can even from inside or even the pit, I can go crawl inside and carve out the parts I need. So that is good. Our exhaust, who is asking, those are like 10 centimeter wide tips with a bunch of like angles. Basically like the main pipe is gonna go like only one 10 centimeter inside the I don't know how is it called, but basically it's like a, you know, tuner's like exhaust system. Then it's gonna like split and twist into two different parts. Over here it's gonna be connected to here, same as here, and then all these like that goes is going to be on the X pipe, and then just split into two out like that. So we'll see in a future time how we're gonna do like we're gonna install like, you know, the gas, the flames basically, and probably around here closest to the exit, you know, to not blow up everything. So we'll see about that. But yeah, that is the exhaust. It's only like temporarily like, you know, hooked up to be exactly the thickness of the whole exhaust, so later on it's gonna be all welded together nicely. So yeah, so right now what we're gonna do, continue work over here. I don't know as you can see me, but we are underneath the car, and those coilovers are pretty nice shining. So we have another kind of task to do, which is with the hook. So apparently my car was having a hook, but I just cut it off, and basically this like thing that it was like detachable, but the thing is like so seized up. So I think there is like, I don't know, maybe you can see, but there is like a pipe that is going to the main frame of the car, and probably I will try to either smash it out somehow or like, you know, at least cut it off, and then I will make some kind of attachment, or maybe I can even weld the pipe or just make attachable pipe, so I can put like the pipe over here, for example, and I can lift my whole end, well, like rear end, like entirely, to have access to both wheels and to have like both of the wheels like in air. So I can either I can, you know, idle it or something else. And also it has this outlet for the trailer. And if you know my M-Class, I just purchased like the attachable hook, and it doesn't have an outlet yet, but this car does. It's like, you know, like older German like outlet, so it needs to be with like the attachment for the new like outlet trailers, but it still works fine. So I think I'm gonna just try to actually remove it, and I won't be need to like, you know, purchase an outlet for the M-Class over there. Right, so I have this outlet out. I also removed this metal, was too much seized up, so I had to drill the bolt heads and just remove from here out. It took some time, but it's out. The cables are pretty much, I don't know, maybe over a meter, so probably it's going to be enough. So now I think what I'm gonna do, actually I will try to do this edge in a correct like size, you know. Probably over here I'm doing like 1.5 centimeter of thickness, same as the side. Here I will need to pre-spray some foam on this over here, so then I can, like, it's slightly off the measurement, so probably just gonna put my laser down low and then cut by the laser exactly how much I need. So I have measured with the laser and pretty much roughly like chiseled out all this and make it almost the same in every point. I'm still later on gonna need to like make exactly even like those inside gaps for the vents. I don't know how far it's gonna go under it, but because of my, you know, exhaust system, how it's gonna be. But I will do, at least I will try to do maximum as possible close by the exhaust, but not too close so it won't, you know, burn. So now I think I'm gonna just try to take these layers like inside like that on both sides, and yeah, let's go. Right, so as you saw, I start to carve out this side of the vent. I don't know, I kinda like it, how it turns out. Because this, like this diffuser, is like more of a way to like stick out a bit. So yeah, basically that's how it is. Over here, I don't know how I'm gonna actually do it. Maybe I'm gonna just maybe leave it like that, and from some corner I will try to, you know, like go nice and smooth. So we'll see about that, how it's gonna be. Maybe I'm just gonna make like a really like a mark, like an, you know, inside corner, and just trace it all the way and make all even. So, but I don't know, I will see about that later on. But so far so good. This kind of top is trimmed. Here I need to respray it, so I'm gonna do that now. And over here I need to measure it, but that's for probably for tomorrow. But I'm just looking at it and like checking. I think that looks good. I think that real fits. I kind of trimmed it and rounded this corner over here. Still needs to be sanded properly, but so far so good. And properly think about this flap, so that's gonna be for tomorrow. Overall, I think that's a pretty decent day. We did a lot actually. Removed the exhaust and everything, trimmed, making lines. Those are taking like pretty long time to adjust the laser, you know, to make sure everything is nice and equal on both sides. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, if you like this episode, you know what to do. Drop a like and see you guys tomorrow.